Comic Rappers A was from Brandon DTM. Now, the time Will Stronghold and the Sidekicks saved Sky High. Now, if you don't know this movie, your childhood might have been lame for real. Cause Sky High was that movie back in the day, right? Sky High, that was fire. Now, I would sit here and glaze it for like 30 minutes, but I'm gonna let Brandon do that. Let's get into it.
I bet. So the movie opens up with my son Will struggling to lift less than 100 pounds. Mind you, this nigga has strong in his last name. But hey, I guess last names could be misleading. It's time for Will to go to school, and his dad does not know he has the same amount of strength that SpongeBob does. So Will's loading this bar up with hella weights to make it look like he's living up to the...
So yeah, Will has been pump faking for years. He's been making his parents think he has powers. Cause listen, both his parents are the greatest heroes on the planet, right? But he don't got powers yet. Like clearly he gets powers like later in the movie, but for right now he doesn't have powers type beat. So yeah, he's been he's been gaslighting his parents and thinking he has powers. So yeah.
Family name. And then this nigga has the gall to say, low weights, high reps. Good thinking. Excuse me? What the fuck do you mean low weights? That's like a caddy right there. That's like 4 to 5 plates right there. On each side, DK low weights, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Then he has a little talk with his son, you know what I'm saying, before the first day of school, trying to, you know, ease him into it and stuff like that, and throws a 45-pound plate at his son. Mind you, dad thinks that he got his powers already and shit, so he's just like throwing shit all willy-nilly. But
honestly, I'm surprised he caught it. Cause I stated Will does not have powers. So the fact that he caught it and didn't die, hey.
Will is real life hurting right now. He got like 4 broken ribs thanks to dad. So mom and pops have to go fight this big ass clanker in downtown to save the day. Meanwhile, Will and Layla hop on the school bus, and this man gets to dick riding once he learns Will's last name.
It's Will Stronghold, son of the commander in Jet Street. My name's Ron.
So like, I'm pausing a lot, but I'm gonna stop pausing in a second. But to pretty much explain for those who have not seen the movie how much glaze the Stronghold name wields. Like I said, they're the most powerful heroes on the planet, right? So basically, imagine your parents are like, let's say Superman is like your dad, or like going to Marvel, let's say like Iron Man or like Thor or something like that is like your parent. And then you go to a school full of heroes from other heroes. You're getting glazed a lot, like especially the Superman example. If you're a child of Superman, you go to a superhero school, everybody's going to glaze you immediate. But that's also how you get a lot of disappointment, because like we stated, right now he does not have powers. So it was a pretty bad like look when he got the sidekick logo temporarily, because he has no powers. Anyway, I'm done pausing. I'm done pausing.
This gotta be what Bronny felt like his entire life. Like, imagine going to school and you're the son of LeBron James. You got grown-ass men calling you sir. Drooling at the thought of your father is actually crazy. This bus then turns into the magic school bus because it starts flying. This nigga deadass stole Miss Frizzle's entire flow. Kids are fresh off the bus and they're soaking up all the vibes and shit when we see some nigga playing slap ass with laser eyes. Holy shit, this movie was made in 2005 and it shows. Mind y'all, this is Disney Channel. They signed off on this. They co-signed laser ass slap on national TV. We then get introduced to a Los Polos doppelganger named Speed, which is hilarious. It's so ironic, it's not even funny. And a Dollar General Mr. Fantastic over here named Lash.
Oh. Fuck all that!
Because we get introduced to OG fine shit Gwen. This woman is one of
Future Op. For those of you who have not seen the movie, I spoiled the ending. But I ain't gonna lie, 2005, you should have been seeing it. I'm just saying. Shorty was a baddie, little boo thing, but she's definitely a op.
the pillars of fine shit in the early 2000s. I ain't gonna lie, bro. She was the Jenna Ortega of my generation. Now, I know what y'all gonna say. Brandon, that's a white woman. And yes, that's true. But must I remind y'all, this is when Disney Channel was pushing the Snow Bunny mind control agenda in its prime. And I was also a child. I was really young. But as soon as I stopped eating my boogers and pissing with my pants around my ankles, the mind control stopped. It's time for Coach Boomer to decide if kids are gonna be heroes or sidekicks, or how I'd like to call them, real niggas or lame niggas. We get a little compilation until this one kid has the power to shapeshift, and he shapeshifts into Coach Boomer. This nigga smacks his ass. Also, hey, get out of here, kid.
I forgot that happened. I forgot that. I forget. Okay, listen. For those who seen the movie, we were all kids, so like I didn't even process that. I seen it, I was like, okay, ha ha ha. Right now, I was like 22 years old as an adult. That jail. That's wild work. That's insane work. Jail immediately.
You can't. No, you can't do that. That is a child. Bro, you're cooked. I ain't gonna lie. Get him out of here. It's time for Will Stronghold to get his title of real nigga or lame nigga when everyone finds out he doesn't even have superpowers. All it took was Coach dropping a car on him and shattering his spine into a pillar for him to understand. Now, because Coach Boomer almost killed him, Will's at the nurse's office and she breaks the news to him that it's almost impossible for a kid of 2 superhero parents to not get any powers. And Will's like, oh damn, okay, who is the 1%? And she says Ron Wilson, the bus driver, is the 1%. No.
So basically what she's saying is put the fries in the bag, bro. Essentially what she's saying is that you should probably go ahead and put the fries in the bag. I ain't gonna hold you,
bro. Come on. Nah, bro, imagine your mom and dad being Superman and Wonder Woman and your ass is a fucking bus driver. Oh my god, bro, I would hate my life. I'd leave the game lobby. I promise you I would. This shit is almost as bad as having a superpower from Gen V, and those powers suck. Like, this bitch's power right here is that she can manipulate her body hair. And no, it's not like it's the hair on her head or her arms, it's the hair on her coochie. Bro, that's so ass. I just wouldn't be a superhero. I would just pretend to be a normal person. So Will comes home to tell his parents that he doesn't have any powers, and his dad just cuts him off and says how proud of him he is and shows him the secret sanctum. Fast forward a little bit and Will tells his dad that he's a sidekick, and Pops loses his shit. Mind you, he has people over. There's like a study session going on and Pops is going ape shit with like 4 kids in the sala just like minding their business, or at least trying to. You would have thought he said that he was a Jets fan the way he reacted. So dad and Will's sexy ass mom are having a legit conversation about
debatable. Loki kind of mid. Loki is built is built like a Karen. All right, Loki is built like a Karen. I wouldn't say she's fine. I'm good with mid though.
About this, and they're treating this like Will came out the closet or some shit, bro. Talking about we gotta accept him for who he is, honey. Like, bro, Will doesn't have superpowers. He's not like gay or something. Like, bro, what's happening here? And Will's dad is so disappointed that he's considering dropping his son into toxic waste to trigger his powers somehow. We're at school now and Will accidentally gets into a fight with War and Peace, some emo nigga that throws fireballs and shit. And there's actual beef here because Will's dad put Warren's dad in jail, and that nigga's serving like 5 life sentences. So, you know, it's
also I didn't realize until like I grew up that his name was a play on his parents' relationship. The dad was a villain, his mom was a hero, so they named him War and Peace. War and Peace, War and Peace. I didn't catch that until I got older.
On sight. A quick 30 is essential. He's throwing fireballs at Will, completely missing, even though Will is standing still. This nigga Warren is ass, bro. He got that dashy aim. Warren is talking shit to the sidekicks and is about to burn them alive like a late night with Magic Johnson, when all of a sudden Will finally gets his powers. He got the hoes flustered, bro. They're blushing and shit. He tosses this nigga and practically kills him in front of everybody. Bro's neck has to look like mashed potatoes now, bro. There's no way. He got thrown into a backflip, bro. I'm dead as hell. Flameboy ends up doing the screaming run thing that never works, and Will just breaks a fire extinguisher to stop him, winning the fight. Now Will gets home from school and his sexy ass mom is pissed. I ain't gonna lie. She's mad as shit, but she look that good. So like, I really don't give a fuck. So, you know what I'm saying, mom?
First of all, I was like, My guy, what are you mad for? Not only do I have powers now, right? But it was self-defense, my guy. It was self-defense. Like, I didn't pull up and antagonize nobody. It was so. What are you mad for, my guy? Anyway.
Mom and dad are mad, blah, blah, blah. You shouldn't fight people, blah, blah, blah. Be more responsible with your powers, yada, yada, yada. Doesn't really matter. I don't care. You're telling me I was disappointed that my son had no powers and now he comes home after whooping a nigga's ass and he has my powers? Oh my God, I'd be ecstatic. The beef has escalated onto the next generation. That's crazy. So Pops is trying to be fake angry right now so he could get his dick wet tonight and tells Will to meet him in the secret sanctum. And Pops is so happy. He's ecstatic right now. He even got him an Xbox. And Xbox is crazy motion back in the day, bro. The W Pops in the chat. So because
W for real, W dad, bro. Phenomenal dad, bro. Shout out dispatcher. Phenomenal, bro. Oh God, bro. He said, she gone? Hey, dab me up, bro. Like,
Will got his powers. He's not a lame nigga anymore, and he gets granted real nigga status. So we gotta switch his classes now and shit. And he gets paired up with fine shit. And she's talking crazy. I ain't gonna lie. She's talking about being his private tutor. Oh shit, my son in there. He finna crack those. Yeah, baby. Keep in mind, y'all, he's a freshman and she's a senior. Sure, she might be clout chasing and shit because his name is Stronghold, but who cares? My son is finna be knocking senior ankles loose, baby. Will's friends are getting stuffed in lockers and shit by Los Polos and XQC, and they make a bet. If Will beats them and save the citizen, they gotta stop messing with him. It's Rumple and Stimpy versus Will and Warren, and my son's getting...
Bro, his descriptions of the enemy of the two ops is so hilarious. Like, I'm trying to not... I'm trying to pause a lot, but like, every time he bring up those two, he compares them to the funniest... He has the funniest descriptions possible for these lame dorks, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like the writers did them kind of devious though. Like gave the tall skinny nigga the power of stretching, and then you gave the young queso super speed is kind of funny for that. All right, that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say, bro. Y'all funny for that.
Bodied in front of the entire school. Turn that nigga into a Beyblade. Just imagine getting hit so hard you start spinning like a dreidel. He deadass looks like the Tasmanian devil right now. Will then does this Superman punch on the ground, sending these two flying, and then completely violates Mr. Unfantastic in front of everybody, bro. And while this is happening, Los is making a vortex around Warren, sucking out all the oxygen, pretty much killing him slowly, you feel me? And I have a question. How and why do the teachers not stop this? I have no clue. A child is literally dying right now, and y'all choose to do nothing. I don't know what teachers are worse, the ones at Sky High or the ones at Hogwarts. Will then grabs Los in Looney Tunes fashion and throws Warren like a missile to save the citizen and win the match. Life is good right now, I ain't gonna lie. Life is amazing for my son because he's breaking records. The super hot senior wants to ride his face, and he's the man on campus. Gwen randomly pops up at the crib, which is not an issue at all. When fine shit comes to your house, you pray to God and you say thank you. So she comes over to help with homework, and Will's dad like, yeah, go ahead, handle it.
Y'all too childish, bro. Over here in high school of gossip, high school of tea, bro. Over here trying to get the sauce. Over here trying to get sauce from your son, bro. That's insane, bro. That boy looking down the hallway like, that's my boy. Like, bro, freak out dad, bro. Come on now, he a freshman. Yeah, I know that's a senior. I get it though. I get it.
Son, go ahead and handle that young boy, you feel me? And just look at Pop's face right now. He's never been this proud in his entire life. She ends up staying for dinner, but whole time Will had a date planned with Layla that same night and completely forgot. Damn, nephew, I ain't gonna lie, that's a tough decision you gotta make. This is the LeBron James decision all over again. Now, Will, these are your two choices. You could pick Cleveland, the loyal, kind best friend that you've had since you were a kid.
And she's basically Poison Ivy. She got plant control. Fire.
Literally in love with you. Or you could pick Miami, the new and adventurous, sexy and charming. Might only be in it for the clout, but who cares, right? It's all about having fun, winning championships, being the best ever. It's a real hard choice. I can't lie.
So I'm gonna take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
It's the next day and Will and Layla are at the bus stop chopping it up and shit. And they have good news to tell each other. And right when she's about to confess her love for him and ask him to homecoming, he just shits on her by saying that he's going with Gwen. And I
feel so bad. I feel because that hurt her feelings for sure. I know that hurt her heart. But to be fair, bro, let's be honest, Layla. Y'all are childhood friends, right? You had years to be like, hey, bro, I like you and I want you. The easy way to do that. Do not listen. If you're gonna ask somebody out, do not do the booty warrior trope. All right, do not talk to them in a Fleece Johnson way, unless they know about Boondocks, because then it's funny. If they don't know what Boondocks is, they'll do that. Off topic, but point is, you had years to do this. So the fact that this shouldn't even be that much of a surprise to you that he's going with somebody else, especially since he sees you as like a childhood friend. Because you like never talked with him. Like I said, you had years, so it's kind of your fault for like waiting so long.
just feel for this girl, man. I feel for her. I could just see the heartbreak in her eyes. And she ends up telling Will that she's going to homecoming with War and Peace, Will's top op, which is crazy as hell. I ain't gonna lie. You gonna betray him?
That's low-key some Mary Jane ass activities. That's all I'm saying. Low-key some Mary Jane activities right there, Layla.
Like that, shorty. You saw him try to burn Will alive, and you're like, yeah, that's my homecoming date. It be your own, man. It be your own. Will and Gwen are hanging out, and she basically tricks him into throwing a party. Like, she's like, oh yeah, the homecoming committee's just gonna come over, you know, and talk over a few things. It's not gonna be a lot of people, I promise. Bro, this nigga's house is filled to the brim with superheroes. You got niggas crawling up walls and shit. A big ass golem just shattering your furniture and shit. Like, bro, why is there a big ass rock man thing in my house right now?
I always thought like those two characters always seem like as like a Spider-Man bootleg and like the Thing bootleg that like they're like, because I felt like they wanted to have some people that were like kind of like hints at like other superheroes. Like for example, Layla has like poison ivy powers, so you know there's not many heroes or villains with like plant powers, so.
Gwen is trying to calm him down, talking about, man, I wish there was somewhere we could be alone. So what does Will do? He brings her into the secret sanctum right after he promises Dad he wouldn't do that. This is like if Robin brought his sneaky link into the Batcave while Bruce was gone. This is basic superhero 101. You never do this shit. You never bring anyone to the secret base. She starts kissing on Will when one of the weapons disappears. That shit got snatched like Trill Sammy's chain. Layla's walking down the street and she gets all nosy and shit, walking into the crib, and Gwen just completely shits on her, making her sad, and runs her out the crib. Will is confused, rightfully so, and Gwen explains to him that since he's a hero, he can't be fucking with lame niggas. And Will gets so mad. He gets so pissed, bro. He's had it up to here with her that he dumps her in front of everybody, completely embarrassing her, which she deserves. I don't give a fuck. I don't care how fine she is. And then Mom and Dad show up to the party and shut that shit down. It's homecoming night now, and after Will goes through his dad's yearbook, he peeps that Gwen is somehow in that shit and puts 2 and 2 together, and it turns
She's back from the past, baby. I would spoil why she's like a teen again, but I'm gonna let him do it.
Turns out Gwen is a supervillain. She's a supervillain named Royal Pain, and the weapon she has turns people into babies. EDP weird ass would have loved this shit. So people are getting turned into babies left, right, and
my brain didn't catch that joke until like a second after you said it. That's crazy. EDP would have. Alright.
Center. And the other seniors, the cheerleader girl, Los Polos, and XQC, lock everybody out with these lunch gate things. Mind you, this is a school filled with super people.
And keep in mind, none of them have the ability to break metal. You're telling me we're in a room full of super individuals, and none of them knows how to get out of here. Nobody got any destructive powers. None of them have any. Nothing. Alright.
With superpowers, you could easily lift or break this shit. It's not.
I'm assuming most of the heroes in this school have D-lister power. No, I won't even say that, because there's a lot of D-list heroes who could break bars. I'm just saying.
Hard at all. I've done it before. Like, bro, y'all are dumb as shit. The sidekicks end up escaping through a vent, and Will comes to the school to say today thanks to Ron Wilson, bus driver. Attaboy, Ron. Way to make yourself useful, baby. The one black kid in this whole movie gives this nigga a swirly and then makes Fatso slip, allowing Warren to light his ass on fire. We then see Layla get punched in the face, and she turns into Poison Ivy, tying these bitches up. While this is going on, we learn that Gwen isn't Royal Pain's daughter. She is Royal Pain. The weapon she has is called a pacifier, right? It turns people into babies. When she was fighting Will's mom and dad back in the day, it backfired and it de-aged her. It turned Royal Pain into a baby. So she's basically a 30 to 40 something year old woman who made out with a freshman in high school.
I'm just like let that sink in. All right, female EDP on the big screen. That's all I'm gonna say.
Police! Help! Police! Help!
How do y'all feel about this? Because physically she's 17 or 18 because she got de-aged, but mentally she's old as shit. She still has all her memories and shit, so I think that's what makes it weird. If she would have lost all her memories and it was just basically like a new person, I would have given it a pass. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't have been mad at it. It would have been her fault. But since she knew that she was tonguing down a child, I think it's GG's for you, my baby. I ain't gonna lie. She then,
I mean, she is a bad guy. Let's not forget, she is a bad guy. So like doing something like that isn't really that surprising. You know, she's supposed to be evil, not moral type.
tackles Will into the gym. He throws her into the tables and shit, and he's playing whack-a-mole with her. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He's out here looking goofy as shit, and then flings her away, bro. He's ragdolling this bitch right now. He's going stupid. She punches him through her signs and then weaves a kick, grabbing him, throwing him into some debris. But Will counters, kicking her into a disco ball, and I thought her ass was dead. She looks like a freeze frame right now. Like, bro, I thought she was cooked. I thought it was GG's for her. But she then falls, and Will is about to land the final blow. But Layla's goofy ass distracts him, giving Royal Pain an opening, allowing her to punch this man through the window and completely off the map. My son Will is falling to his death when all of a sudden he can fly now. He got
Bro turned into Superman. All right. Bro's like literally flight super speed. More like Homelander, actually. Just invincible. Yep, that's a closer comparison.
both of his parents' powers, which is extremely lucky. He then lets gravity take care of her and lands the final blow. But Royal Pain clicks a button, and now the school is falling. It's just completely free falling out the sky. Chicken Little would have been losing his mind. But one of the sidekicks named Magenta chews the wire, saving the day, and Will flies the school back up to the sky. Everyone gets turned back into adults, and my son Will hits the Superman Lois Lane pose for extra swag with Layla. And yeah, that's the video.
Hey, bro. Phenomenal movie, bro. This is some real childhood memories right here, bro. Like, comment, subscribe. Link down in the description down below. Check to 1,000 subscribers. And give it, Brandon. I love y'all. Peace.